No one in the room expected silence to be the most terrifying outcome. Hospitals were designed to be loud places. Machines beeped, carts rolled across tiled floors, voices echoed down long corridors. Sound was constant, almost reassuring. It meant something was happening. It meant people were working. It meant there was still time. But inside this room, sound felt distant, muted, irrelevant. Jackie Chan lay on the hospital bed, his body unnaturally still, thick white bandages wrapped around his head, layered so carefully that they concealed the violence beneath them. His breathing was shallow but steady. His face, usually animated even at rest, looked drained of color. A senior doctor stepped forward. He did not rush. He did not call for additional tests. He did not speak. He looked at Jackie Chan for a long moment. Then, slowly, deliberately, he shook his head. That single movement carried more meaning than any sentence ever could. And in that instant, the idea of Jackie Chan as indestructible quietly died. Only hours before, the world had felt orderly. The set of armor of God was alive with movement and routine efficiency. Crew members adjusted lighting rigs. Camera operators refined angles. Assistants moved between departments with clipboards in hand, calling out times and confirmations. The location itself was stunning. An ancient stone fortress, weathered by centuries, offered authenticity no studio could replicate. The walls were uneven, the surfaces unforgiving. Gravity felt stronger there. Jackie Chan stood near the edge of a high wall, looking down. From a distance, he appeared calm, focused, almost relaxed. This was not unusual. Jackie had built his entire career on moments like this, standing at heights others avoided, preparing to do what no one expected a leading actor to do himself. Jump, grab, swing, land. He had repeated that sequence in countless variations across countless films. Repetition had turned danger into familiarity. Familiarity had turned risk into routine. A young assistant director watched from nearby. It was his first major international production. He'd grown up watching Jackie Chan movies, memorizing scenes frame by frame. Seeing him in person felt unreal. Jackie smiled briefly, cracked a light joke, and adjusted his position. The assistant laughed along, relieved by the ease of the moment. He did not realize he was watching the last calm moment before everything changed. The set coordinator noticed the branch. It was thinner than expected, weathered, slightly unstable. He stepped closer, inspecting it more carefully. Years of experience told him something was off. The margin for error was narrow. Narrower than he was comfortable with. He glanced toward Jackie. Jackie Chan was already mentally rehearsing the movement. His eyes were focused, his posture relaxed but precise. Decades of discipline had taught him how to shut out distraction completely. The coordinator hesitated. He opened his mouth, then he closed it. Jackie Chan had done far more dangerous stunts before. Stopping him now felt unnecessary, almost insulting. Jackie trusted his team, and the team trusted Jackie. That mutual trust silenced caution, and silence, once again, became dangerous. When Jackie Chan jumped, there was no cinematic build-up, no countdown, no dramatic pause, no second take, just motion. The branch snapped instantly. There was no resistance, no time to adjust, no opportunity to recover. Jackie's body dropped straight down. His head struck the stone wall first, producing a dull, heavy sound that cut through the air. It was not loud, but it was unmistakable. Then his body collapsed to the ground, and everything stopped. People expect pain to be loud, a scream, a curse, a reflexive movement. Jackie Chan did none of these. A stunt coordinator rushed forward instinctively and froze, remembering the danger of spinal injuries. Another crew member shouted Jackie's name, louder each time. There was no response. Someone noticed blood slowly seeping from Jackie's ear. That detail changed the atmosphere instantly. The assistant director turned away, his stomach dropping. He had seen broken bones before. Dislocations, concussions. This was different. This was quiet. And quiet meant something was terribly wrong. Emergency procedures were activated, but panic crept in regardless. Calls were made. The area was cleared. Crew members stood at a distance, unsure whether to help or stay back. Everyone seemed to be waiting for someone else to take control. The set coordinator crouched near Jackie without touching him. His mind replayed the last few minutes relentlessly. The branch, the hesitation, the silence. He realized something painful. Everyone on that set had trusted Jackie Chan's experience to protect them from fear, and Jackie had trusted that trust to keep pushing himself further. The helicopter arrived quickly. As Jackie was lifted onto the stretcher, his body looked smaller than anyone expected. Fragile, human. The sound of the blades drowned out all conversation. Wind kicked up dust and debris, forcing people to shield their eyes. As the helicopter lifted off, carrying Jackie away from the fortress, no one cheered. No one spoke. The place that had been alive with production energy moments earlier felt abandoned. The assistant director stood motionless, watching the helicopter disappear. For the first time, he wondered if he had just witnessed the end of a legend. Hospitals strip people of their identities. Inside those walls, fame means nothing. Titles disappear. Reputation carries no weight. Jackie Chan was no longer an action icon. He was a patient with a fractured skull and internal bleeding. Doctors moved with calm urgency. Scans were ordered, measurements reviewed, decisions made quickly and quietly. A senior doctor studied the images carefully. He had seen injuries like this before. Some patients recovered fully. Some lived with permanent damage. Some never woke up. Experience had taught him one thing: certainty was dangerous. When Jackie Chan regained partial consciousness, the world felt distant and unstable. Sounds blended together, light felt harsh. His thoughts moved slowly, as if pushing through water. Then his vision focused. He saw the doctor. The doctor stepped closer, examining Jackie's face, his breathing, his eyes. Then he shook his head, slowly, deliberately. No explanation followed. That silence told Jackie everything. Jackie Chan had grown up in an environment where authority rarely explained itself. At the China Drama Academy, discipline was enforced without discussion. A look could end a conversation. Silence meant punishment. Meaning was implied, not spoken. That upbringing trained him to read moments rather than sentences. The doctor's gesture was unmistakable. This was not a minor injury. This was not another scar. This was survival. The set coordinator stood against the wall, staring at the floor. He wanted to apologize, to explain why he had hesitated, why he had trusted routine over instinct, but words felt useless now. A nurse entered quietly, adjusted a monitor, and glanced at Jackie. Her expression softened, not with admiration, but concern. She looked away quickly. That look stayed with Jackie longer than the pain. It was the look people give when they realize someone almost didn't come back. As hours passed, Jackie drifted in and out of sleep. Memories surfaced in fragments. Endless training as a child, punishment disguised as discipline, being told he would never be Bruce Lee, choosing to create something entirely his own. Every success reinforced the same lesson: push harder, endure more, ignore pain. The world rewarded him for it, but lying in that bed, Jackie understood something new. The body does not negotiate. Physics does not respect reputation. Experience does not cancel risk. Later, the doctor returned and finally spoke. He explained the injuries calmly: a fractured skull, internal bleeding, a visible hole where bone had failed to protect the brain. Jackie was lucky. The doctor paused before adding one final sentence. "Luck doesn't announce when it leaves," he said. There was no judgment in his voice, only fact. That night, long after the room emptied, Jackie Chan lay awake. No cameras, no crew, no applause. Only the memory of the doctor shaking his head. Jackie made a decision no one witnessed. He would still perform his own stunts, but never again without structure, never again without respect for limits. This was not fear, it was clarity. Months later, Jackie returned to filmmaking. The scar on his head was visible, the change in his demeanor even more so. He planned more carefully, asked more questions, stopped scenes when something felt wrong. Crew members noticed, younger performers noticed. Jackie Chan had not become weaker, he had become precise. Most people remember the fall, few remember the moment that truly mattered, not the impact, not the blood, but the doctor who looked at Jackie Chan and shook his head. Because sometimes the moments that define a legacy arrive quietly, and only those who listen survive long enough to change.